Welcome everyone, I'm Nika, and today we have the pleasure of diving into the depths of Greek mythology to explore one of its most imposing and mysterious figures, Poseidon, the Lord of the Seas. In the vast gallery of Olympic gods, Poseidon holds a prominent position, not only for his domain over the oceans, but also for his powerful connection with horses, earthquakes, and storms, elements that make him as much a venerated deity as a feared one. The story of Poseidon begins long before the rise of Olympus in the depths of mythological time. The son of Cronus, the ruler of the Titans, and Rhea, the mother of gods, Poseidon was swallowed at birth by his own father, who feared being dethroned by one of his children. This cruel fate was not unique to Poseidon. His brothers, including Zeus and Hades, suffered the same fate. However, thanks to the cunning of Zeus, they were freed from Cronus's belly, marking the beginning of the revolt against the Titans that culminated in the Titanomachi, the war for the dominion of the universe. The victory of the Olympic gods over the old deities led to the division of the world among the three brothers. Zeus received the sky, Hades the underworld, and Poseidon the sea. This assignment was neither random nor secondary. It reflected the vital importance of the sea for the Greek civilizations, the pulsating heart of commerce, war, and culture. As the god of the seas, Poseidon became the protector of travelers and sailors, but also a lord capable of unleashing devastating storms and earthquakes. His personality is complex and multifaceted, a generous and protective god, but also unpredictable and vengeful towards those who dared to challenge his power or neglect his altars. His wrath could be terrible, as numerous myths demonstrate his intervention with devastating fury. However, he is also the creator of the horse, gifted to humanity to improve life on Earth. Through this podcast, we will delve into the legends, myths, and stories surrounding this enigmatic deity. We will explore his role in Greek mythology, his most famous myths, his divine and mortal offspring, and how his figure has been interpreted and represented through the centuries. A fascinating journey that will bring us closer not only to Poseidon, but also to how the ancient Greeks saw the world around them. Prepare to sail through the tumultuous waters and deep currents that define the life and adventures of Poseidon, the powerful god of the seas. A journey that promises to unveil not only the greatness of a deity, but also the deep cultural and spiritual roots of a civilization that has left an indelible mark in human history. Welcome aboard. In the depths of the endless blue, far from the sight of men, lies the realm of Poseidon, a wonder that transcends human imagination. At the heart of this underwater domain rises Poseidon's Crystal Palace, a structure as splendid as it is inaccessible, made of coral and gems, illuminated by the soft light filtering through the water. This palace is not only the dwelling of the god of the sea, but also a symbol of his sovereignty over the oceans. A place where the laws of the land have no power and time seems suspended. At the center of his power, the trident of Poseidon, forged by the Cyclops in the war against the Titans. It is not just a fearsome weapon capable of unleashing storms, earthquakes, and gigantic waves, but also a symbol of his divine right to rule the oceans. The trident represents Poseidon's ability to bring both destruction and creation, testifying to his dual nature as both protector and destroyer. Horses, creatures beloved by Poseidon, are another symbol of his power. It is said that he created the first horse, the splendor of the earth, as the sea is the wonder of the depths. Horses, with their grace and strength, reflect the indomitable energy of the sea and the power of its ruler. Through these nobly creatures, Poseidon exercises his influence on the land, inextricably linking the marine realm to the terrestrial. Finally, earthquakes, the most feared manifestation of his power, are a constant reminder of Poseidon's presence and strength. Capable of shaking the foundations of the earth with a blow of his trident, it reminds men of his power and his unpredictable temperament. In ancient Greece, the sea was a vital source of wealth, food, and communication routes, but also an element of great danger. The veneration of Poseidon reflected this duality, recognizing in him the capricious master of a realm as generous as it was relentless. The cult of Poseidon, widespread along all the coasts and Greek islands, was essential to appease his wrath and ensure his benevolence for safe travels and calm seas. Through his underwater kingdom, his symbols of power, and the role that the sea played in the lives of the ancient Greeks, Poseidon embodies the very essence of the ocean. Mysterious, majestic, and unpredictable. His cult and the stories concerning him are a reminder of how central the sea was to the ancients, an element of life, fear, respect, and adoration, an indissoluble bond between men and the nature that surrounds them. The narratives that envelop Poseidon are rich in amorous adventures, divine conflicts, strategic alliances, and memorable episodes that have left an indelible mark in Greek mythology. His life is a weave of passions, battles, and extraordinary gifts to humanity, revealing the complexity of his character and his impact on the world of gods and men. Amorous adventures and Descendants. Poseidon was known for his passionate temperament and numerous amorous adventures, both with divinities and mortals. From his unions were born heroes, monsters, and minor deities that populated the Greek myths with legendary figures. Among his lovers was Amphitrite, a Nereid with whom he generated Triton, a half-man, half-fish sea god. But the list of his conquests is long and includes figures like Demeter, with whom he generated the goddess Despoina and the horse Arion, and Medusa, with whom, according to a version of the myth, he had Pegasus, the winged horse, and Chrysaor, when Perseus beheaded Medusa. Conflicts and alliances. Poseidon was the protagonist of numerous conflicts and alliances. During the Titanomachy, the war between the Olympian gods and Titans, Poseidon fought alongside his brothers Zeus and Hades to overthrow the domain of the Titans, marking the beginning of the era of the Olympian gods. Another famous conflict was that with Athena for the patronage of the city of Athens. Both gods wanted to be the main protector of the city, and to demonstrate their value, they offered gifts to the inhabitants. Poseidon struck the rock of the Acropolis with his trident, making a saltwater spring gush out, while Athena offered the olive tree, a symbol of peace and prosperity. The inhabitants chose the olive tree, thus granting Athena the patronage of the city. Famous episodes. The myth also tells of the abduction of Medusa, one of the three Gorgons, by Poseidon in the temple of Athena, an act of desecration that led Athena to transform Medusa into a monster with snakes instead of hair. This episode is emblematic of Poseidon's impetuous and sometimes transgressive nature. Another famous episode is the creation of the horse. To demonstrate his power and gain the favor of the city of Athens, Poseidon struck the earth with his trident, from which emerged a magnificent horse, a symbol of strength and nobility. Although this gift did not secure him the patronage of Athens, it demonstrated his majestic generosity and his connection with these noble creatures. These tales illuminate not only the power and importance of Poseidon in the Greek pantheon, but also the richness of Greek mythology, where gods interact with men in ways that range from loving to terrible, weaving the fabric of a culture that has deeply influenced art, literature, and Western society to this day. The figure of Poseidon, god of the sea, earthquakes, and horses, has fascinated human imagination since antiquity, finding a place in a wide variety of literary and artistic works. His representation has evolved over the centuries, from a powerful deity venerated and feared to a complex symbol in contemporary popular culture. Representations in ancient artworks. In ancient art, Poseidon is often depicted as an imposing and majestic figure, armored with his iconic trident. His sculptural representations, like the famous Poseidon of Cape Artemisian, show him with a powerful physique, in the act of throwing the trident, capturing the essence of his domain over the seas and earthquakes. In mosaics and paintings, he is often surrounded by marine creatures such as dolphins and seahorses, symbols of his aquatic realm. These works not only celebrate his divinity, but also reflect the importance of the sea to ancient civilizations, as a source of life, danger, and mystery. Description in literary works. In literary works, the figure of Poseidon is complex and multifaceted. In the Homeric poems, Iliad and Odyssey, Poseidon plays significant roles. In the Iliad, he is a powerful warrior who comes into conflict with Zeus for his favor towards the Trojans. In the Odyssey, he is the antagonist of Odysseus, hindering his return to Ithaca to avenge the offense suffered with the wounding of his son, Polyphemus. These narratives highlight his vengeful nature, but also his role as guardian of the sea, emphasizing the respect and fear that the ancients had for the power of the sea and its gods. Symbolism in contemporary popular culture. In contemporary popular culture, Poseidon represents a range of symbolism related to the sea and its uncontrollable power. In literature, cinema, and video games, he is often seen as a figure that embodies brute force and the unpredictable nature of the ocean. For example, in movies and TV series based on Greek mythology, Poseidon is portrayed as a powerful and charismatic god, sometimes benevolent and protective, other times vindictive and stormy. These contemporary representations underscore the enduring fascination with the sea and its deities, reflecting our ongoing anxieties and admirations towards natural forces that we cannot control. Poseidon, in his evolution from antiquity to the present day, remains a powerful symbol of the sea and its mysteries. His presence in visual and literary arts reminds us of the importance of respecting natural forces and the fascination that the unknown exerts on humanity. His figure continues to inspire artists, writers, and content creators, keeping his legend alive in the collective consciousness. In the contemporary era, Poseidon and the vast and mysterious domain of the sea continue to capture the collective imagination, manifesting in a wide range of artistic, literary, and media expressions. This persistent fascination is fueled both by the rich symbolism associated with the god of the sea and by the continuous sense of wonder and respect that the ocean evokes in humanity. Modern representations and interpretations. In modern art and literature, Poseidon is often depicted as a figure that embodies the majesty, strength, and inscrutability of the sea. These representations can vary widely, from faithful adaptations of ancient mythological stories to freer interpretations that see him as a metaphor for the wild and uncontrollable nature of the ocean. In modern media, including movies, TV series, and video games, Poseidon frequently appears, demonstrating his versatility as a character. He can be a benevolent protector, a formidable antagonist, or a force of nature that challenges modern heroes, reflecting the diverse faces of the sea in human culture. Sources of inspiration and fascination. The sea, with its constantly changing landscapes, its unexplored vastness, and its overwhelming power, continues to fascinate and inspire. Poseidon, as the lord of this realm, embodies all these aspects, making him a powerful symbol of the infinite capacity for inspiration offered by the sea. His figure evokes respect for natural forces beyond human control, inviting reflection on humility and the importance of living in harmony with the environment. Cultural impact on ocean conservation and environmental awareness. Poseidon's presence in modern discourse is not limited to culture and art. It extends to ocean conservation and environmental awareness. The mythology of Poseidon can serve as a powerful metaphor for the need to respect and protect the sea, an ecosystem vital to life on Earth, but also severely threatened by pollution, climate change, and overfishing. By using the figure of Poseidon and the symbolism of the sea, activists and environmental organizations can appeal to the collective imagination to promote marine conservation and raise public awareness of the importance of oceans for our survival and well-being. In conclusion, Poseidon today represents much more than a deity from Greek mythology. He is a symbol of the human connection with the sea, a reminder of our dependence on and responsibility towards the oceans. His figure continues to inspire, enchant, and educate, reminding us that ancient stories can have a significant impact on our modern lives and the decisions we make to protect our planet. Poseidon, with his numerous facets, emerges from the mists of time as one of the most complex and fascinating figures in Greek mythology. Lord of the seas, creator of horses, bearer of earthquakes, his presence is intertwined not only with the primal forces of nature, but also with the deepest human passions, such as love, revenge, and the desire for justice. His legacy, therefore, is not only linked to the power and majesty of the sea, but also reflects the multiple dimensions of human experience, from its inner storms to its moments of serene calm. The many faces of Poseidon. The duality of Poseidon, who can be both beneficial and destructive, invites broader reflection on nature and life itself. Just as the sea can change from calm to stormy, human life is subject to sudden changes and forces beyond our control. Poseidon, in his role as the god who governs these extremes, reminds us of the importance of balance, respect for the forces of nature, and our vulnerability in the face of his power. The importance of Greek mythology. Greek mythology, with its stories rich in symbolism and deep meanings, offers a unique insight into the understanding of human and natural culture. Through its myths, we can explore universal themes such as love, conflict, justice, and fate, which continue to resonate with human experiences in every era and culture. Greek mythology serves as a bridge between the natural world and the human one, teaching us the value of harmony with the environment that surrounds us and the wisdom of listening to the lessons imparted by history and tradition. Poseidon's mythology is rich in fascinating details, many of which are not widely known but add layers of complexity to the character of this deity. Here are some curiosities that might surprise you. The island of Atlantis. According to Plato, Poseidon was the patron god of the mythical island of Atlantis. Poseidon divided the island among his 10 sons, creating a society that would later become corrupt, leading to its disappearance into the sea. This tale connects Poseidon not only with the sea, but also with stories of lost civilizations and flood myths. The Wall of Troy. It is said that Poseidon, together with Apollo, built the Great Wall of Troy as punishment for disobeying Zeus. However, the king of Troy refused to pay them, and Poseidon later helped the Greeks destroy the very city he had helped to protect during the Trojan War. The foundation of Corinth. Poseidon is also linked to the founding of cities. According to myth, he fought with the sun god, Helios, for possession of the city of Corinth. The verdict was given by the Nereids, who awarded the city to Poseidon. This myth highlights the importance of Poseidon not just as the god of the sea, but also as a founding and protective figure in coastal cities. The giant Briareus. When the Olympian gods rebelled against Zeus, it was Poseidon who suggested freeing the giant Briareus, one of the 3 hecatoncheires with 100 arms, to help Zeus. Briareus quelled the revolt, thus saving Zeus's throne. This episode shows Poseidon not only in conflict with Zeus, but also as his savior, the gift of the dolphin. Poseidon created the dolphin to placate his future wife, Amphitrite, who initially fled from him. The dolphin convinced her to return to Poseidon, and for this service, Poseidon placed it among the stars as the constellation of the dolphin. This myth symbolizes the intelligence and cunning of dolphins, attributes that endear them to Poseidon. The contest with Athena at Troy. Before the famous contest for the patronage of Athens, Poseidon and Athena had already competed for control of another city, Troy. Poseidon offered the horse, a symbol of military strength, while Athena offered the vine, a symbol of prosperity and peace. Again, Poseidon failed to gain control of the city, demonstrating how myths often reflect themes of rivalry and competition among the gods. These stories highlight the breadth and depth of Poseidon's character in Greek mythology, showing how his influence extends well beyond the domain of the sea, touching on the founding of cities, the creation of stars, and even the fate of lost civilizations. If you're fascinated by the deep waters of Greek mythology and wish to dive even deeper into the stories of Poseidon and the other gods and heroes who have shaped human culture, I invite you to further explore this wonderful universe. Like this journey into the mythic depths if you enjoyed it. Share to bring others with you on this epic adventure, and subscribe to the channel to never miss the chance to discover new stories, myths, and legends that have the power to enlighten, inspire, and transform. Greek mythology awaits use, full of mysteries to unveil and lessons to learn. Join us on this timeless journey through stories that resonate with the eternal truth of the human condition. Like, share, subscribe, and continue to explore with us the endless sea of knowledge and adventure.